Today is day one of my month-long trip abroad. I am currently in Istanbul, Turkey, and this is my beautiful hotel room. Now, of course, I'm going to do a packing video where I show you every single thing that's in my carry-on and my personal item, and that's actually going to come out next week. But today, I am going to show you everything that I packed toiletry wise for an entire month. I have my toiletries bag and my liquid bag, and this is a set from Tripped Travel Gear. It does actually have one more thing that comes with this set, but I always use this for anything non-liquid and this for anything liquid. So in today's video, not only am I going to show you everything that's packed in those two bags, but I'm going to create a look for you. I'm going to show you how I washed my hair. I am going to do my skincare, my makeup, and curl my hair like I did today. In case you guys didn't know, I am a professional hairstylist and a makeup artist. I've been doing that for about 17 years now, and I'm a professional traveler for the past 10 years. 109 countries, all 7 continents, and I always do it in a carry-on bag. So I like to think that I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to doing your hair and makeup while you're traveling when you have to pack light. We are always limited to 1 quart-size bag that is clear with liquids that are 3.4 ounces or less. And I've got it down. Now, totally understandable if you are not into watching the hair and makeup part of the video. If you just want to know everything that is packed in these bags, then skip forward. But I really do think it would be cool if you watched me do my skincare, makeup, and hair, because maybe you can learn a little something. You get to see the products, you get to see the containers, and I give you a couple little tips and tricks along the way. So if you are the type of person that wants to travel carry-on only, but you have no idea how to possibly pack liquids or makeup for your trip without bringing that huge shampoo bottle or that whole entire thing of serum that you're not going to need, then this video is for you. Now, the rest of this video I filmed before I left. I am filming the intro here from my hotel room because I thought it would be a little bit more fun, but you are about to see Lauren from 24 hours ago. Please make sure you're subscribed and follow me on Instagram because I've already posted quite a few stories since being here. And I've got 29 more days of travel to go. All right, Lauren from 24 hours ago, it's your turn now. And here I am with air dried hair and no makeup on. It's me. Now, I've made a few of these videos before, a couple here in the studio, and I've made a couple on the road. I made one in Norway, one in Bora Bora, one in Croatia, showing you everything that I packed and creating a look. There's always a variety of products. There's always a variety of containers I'm going to use. But one thing is always the same. I'm not used to doing my makeup on camera, even though I've been in the beauty industry for over 17 years. So bear with me. I've got my camera here. I've got a light up mirror here, and we're going to do this together. So first I want to talk about what I use to wash my hair. Obviously, the beauty routine started last night when I washed it. Now at home and at the salon, I am 100% a Joico stylist. However, if I'm going on a trip for 30 days and these are their travel size containers, I don't want to pack a bunch of these. Now, I do have my favorite non-liquid shampoo. These are Gems, and I use them a lot when I travel. And it's really cool because they're just a little pad that once you put underwater, it becomes a liquid shampoo. And then they have a conditioner as well. However, if I want to pack as many as I need, it's going to take up a lot more room. So I'm not going to use Gems on this trip. And honestly, I don't love shampoo and conditioner bars. I just don't. I've tried a ton of them. I continue trying a ton of them. They're not my favorite. So I found a shampoo and conditioner concentrate, and that's what I used last night, and that's what I'm going to use on this trip. These are them. They are from a company called Everest, and honestly, they just kept popping up on my Instagram, and I found it very interesting. So I bought them, and and I'm pretty impressed. Now, these are 3.4 ounce tins, so they are actually liquid, and they do have smaller tins for travel size too, but I got the 3.4 ounce ones just in case. It's just really, really thick and creamy. The smell is pretty nice. So most liquid shampoo and conditioners are going to be 70% water and 30% ingredients. But with a concentrate, you're getting 100% ingredients, and then you're just adding the water to therefore put on your head. So you're going to wet your hair, wet your hands, put a little dollop of the concentrate on your hands, emulsify it, and then go ahead and put it in your hair. So that's what I did last night. I didn't film it because I washed my hair at probably midnight and I was so tired and not about to film myself in the shower, but believe me, that's how it works. I have loved this so far, and I will report back in my unpacking video in October. Okay, moving on, we are going to talk about skincare. And if you're like me, you have a skincare routine every morning and every night, especially if you're around my age. Although I know even 11-year-olds are doing skincare these days. And honestly, a lot of our lotions and potions that we use every day are under 3.4 ounces. But just because they're 3.4 ounces or a little bit less doesn't mean you need the entire package on your trip. If you think you need 3.4 ounces of serum for a 10-day trip or even a 30-day trip, you're wrong. You don't. So packing my skincare was a little bit weird this time. Not because I didn't have enough space or anything like that, but because there were new things I wanted to try, but then there were old faithfuls that I always bring that I felt weird not bringing. So because I had room, I did a little bit of both. So these are called loops. So this is a travel pack. I actually bought 3 of them, some to use at home before I went on the trip to get used to the skincare, and then 2 of them to go on the trip. I actually purchased them from the website, but I did see them at my local Target the other day. Now I did already use these a little bit, so keep that in mind. They have 4 different packets of pads inside that are soaked with product. So they're not liquid, they're solid. And then you just simply swipe them on your face. So there's 12 milky cleanser pads, 12 exfoliator toner pads, 12 peptide serum pads, and 12 microcellular moisturizing pads. Now I've really liked using this for my skin. For the past week, I've been using them, but I do have to say I feel like the packaging is a little big. So I do wish that for travel that they came in packages almost like this small instead, because to me, this takes up a lot more room than I would like. And so the pads are about this big. You'll see me doing my skincare routine here. I'll put it in the video. But what I actually did to prepare for my trip is cut them in half, because a lot of the times, especially with the toner and the serum, I don't need the whole pad. I only need half. So it just helps me get a little bit more out of the product. Now, like I said, I packed some new stuff, which is that, but then I packed some of my old faithful stuff as well. At the end of the night, I usually like to double cleanse. So what I'm probably going to do is cleanse with my normal cleanser that I travel with, which I put in these little Cadence containers. These containers are expensive, I will admit that, but they don't leak and they're incredible. I bought these when they first debuted and I have used them on every single trip. Believe me, it's worth it. But in here, I keep my little Olay melts. So these are little tiny pads that, again, once you get wet, they turn into liquid, and then that's how you wash your face. So because this isn't liquid and because this doesn't take up much space, I am bringing this as well. But then I also have 2 little containers of moisturizer. I do like the moisturizer pads. My face felt really nice, but sometimes when I go to bed, I really like to lather on some moisturizer and almost feel really wet. So I did fill up 2 more Cadence containers with my typical moisturizer. One of these usually will last me 2 weeks. So I packed 2 because I'm going for 4 weeks. As for sunscreen, which of course is my last step in skincare, I did grab something new a couple weeks ago. I've been using it and I love it. It's going to be a nice facial sunscreen. It doesn't leave any residue. It's nice and curved. You see that curve for your face to really contour against your facial structure. But then it also, I don't know if it's supposed to do this or not, but it almost acts like a primer on my skin. It really blurs over my pores. So I do really like that. And this is a solid as well. Now that my skin is prepped, the video I put in there, I did do right before filming this, it's time for makeup. Now I want to start by saying it's going to be very hot where I'm going. One of the countries I'm going to, it's going to be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit every day. I may not always wear makeup, but I do really like to look alive, at least. Presentable, I guess you could say. Now, there's generally 4 different tiers of makeup, I would say, that I could do in everyday life and on this trip. One is going to be no makeup at all, or we have a day where I'm going to do minimal makeup. And then there's going to be the more normal everyday wear, which is going to be the look I'm going to show you today. That's going to be probably what I do almost every day. And then the 4th one is going to be maybe a little bit more glam, a little bit more effort. I'm talking eyeliner, I'm talking a little bit more eyeshadow, something like that. So let's put some makeup on my face. I'm sick of looking at myself like this. And I'm just gonna throw up my hair with a ponytail because that is probably what I'm going to be doing. This is what we're gonna look like. And again, I have this mirror here and camera mirror, okay? I do need to look at myself when I do makeup. So I have 2 different foundations that I am bringing with me. This is more of just a tinted moisturizer from Estee Lauder. I do love this one because it is in a plastic tube, so it's very travel friendly. And this one is actually just a smidge darker. I got it for my Bali trip. So I will have this on more minimal makeup days or days where I maybe need to get ready in a hurry. But today I'm going to use this from Maybelline. Now this is also just a skin tint, but I do find it to be a little bit more full coverage, but also very easy to use and obviously a lot cheaper. I always use a ton of different foundations. This one has a dropper, a little bit here, a little bit here, maybe a little on my chin, just like that. I am a makeup brush person for sure. If you're not, that's okay. You could totally just do this, but I don't want to get my hands all dirty. And as a professional makeup artist, I'm used to using a brush. So I like to just pat it in like this instead of just swiping. This is a very, very good match for me. But 29 days in the heat, I will likely get a little bit tan. So that's why I like having the other one as well. Don't forget your neck. Now, typically I would never do foundation under my eyes because that is just a whole extra layer of makeup that I don't want to cake on. But for travel, I want to get ready kind of fast. I do like to do that. Also, this is a brush from BK Beauty. It is Nikki LaRose's brush. It is called the N17. So it does have 2 sides to it. This side is for liquid and this side is for powder. I have loved her brushes and I always love her recommendations. I love seeing a YouTube beauty person that's actually a makeup artist. So I do have a couple of her brushes that I'll be using. Now, typically next I would go in with my liquid bronzer and blush, but let's just pretend real quick that this is a minimal makeup look, right? That 2nd tier. I could totally go around like this for the day, but all I want to do is put something on my eyebrows. This is from Benefit. It's the Precisely My Brow Pencil. Now my eyebrows are microbladed, but they have faded a lot and I haven't touched them up. So all I really do is go in where the microblading is and help it out. So this is all I do for eyebrows. I could go around just like this. All I would probably do is set it with a powder. If I was going minimal like this, I'm not going to set it with a powder yet in this video though, because we have some more liquid steps to do. So this is a really cool new double-ended contour and blush. I wouldn't put this in my liquids bag. It's going to go in my makeup bag because it is still solid, but it's from Physicians Formula. It's called Butter Glow and Go. I wouldn't always do liquid and then set it with powder, but when it's really hot outside or you want your makeup to last all day, you're going to want to do both. So I swipe them on my cheeks, on my forehead line, and I do right here in my jowls. And I'm still going to take the liquid side of the brush and just kind of pound that in there, upwards, not downwards. And then we can do the liquid side, put it right there, maybe a little bit on my nose. For this one, I'm going to use a blush brush, pat it in there. I like to go a little higher up too. There, just a little glowy. All right, so concealer. Oh man, concealer and I have really gone through it for the past couple of years as I've been getting older. Sometimes I really love concealer, especially if I'm filming a YouTube video in here or I'm going to work, something like that. But on a trip, I usually don't, just because it's a whole other step that I don't feel like I really need. But I am going to bring a corrector. So if you're not a big makeup person, there's concealer that will really bring out to highlight on your face a little bit more. But if you have dark under eye circles, a corrector is going to be your friend. I don't know how well you can see it in the light, but I definitely have some really dark stuff underneath here. My corrector is from Kosas. It's the Revealer Extra Bright Serum Powered Color Corrector. So you're always going to want a peachy or salmon color if you're correcting under your eyes. But what I do is just put a little couple of dots right there, just on the line, and then I do another line here, because that's where my darkness is. Do it again here and here. Now my trouble spots under my eyes are my darkness, but it's also all these little fine lines here. And there's honestly nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just a part of getting older. It sucks, but you can help the darkness. So if I do this and then skip the concealer and skip the powder right under the eyes, I won't look as bad. So honestly with this, I just kind of use my finger and just pat it in. I'm really trying to avoid that part under my eye where I have my wrinkles. I hope I'm doing an okay job, you guys. This is not something I do on camera regularly, but it's something I'm happy to do. Almost 17 years in the industry and going to over 100 countries in a carry-on bag. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to packing your toiletries in a carry-on. All right, so this I am happy with. So now all of my liquid is on and it's going to be time to set everything that we did, because the liquid would probably melt off in that heat. So now we need to give it a little more staying power. Now, I'm a huge fan of loose setting powder, but it's a total annoying thing to bring on a trip. And a lot of those containers are really big, even the travel size ones. So I'm packing a pressed powder and I'm going bougie with this one. This is from Givenchy and it's their pressed powder. One of my proudest moments, I was in Hong Kong in duty free and this was like 50% off. So I bought it. Now it did come with a brush. I have a little puff instead, and I'm just going to swirl it around and just set under the eyes without trying to get right under my eyes where that texture is. And then I like to do under my chin as well, and a little bit here, anywhere that you might get shiny. Now that sets that, but we still have to set the bronzer and the blush. Now, I have my favorites when it comes to blush and bronzer, and I have a ton of them. But I'm always looking for a tiny little palette that has both of them. And I found one. Now, it's from Amazon. It has blush, bronzer, and it has a highlighter. I'm not a fan of highlighter on my face, but I could very easily use this on my eyes as an eyeshadow. And this is a very good size. Look at it in my hand, and it's nice and flat. So dip that in there, and then I put blush right where I need it. Now I am a blush fan. I love blush. I think it looks really nice. So if you see me go overboard and that's not your taste, that's totally fine. Also, by the way, this is the Nikki LaRose N15. And then I'm going to use her N14, which I usually like to powder under my eyes with loose powder. But since I'm not bringing any of that on my trip, I'm going to use it for this bronzer and do a little bit under there. I use it more for contour than anything. Also, I would usually do my nose, but because I'm going to be wearing sunglasses a lot, I'm not going to do that. But if I wanted to, this is how I would do it, just to make it stand out a little bit more. So yeah, I love this little palette. You'll see it again in a second when I do my eyes. So honestly, my face is done. I still have eyes and lips to do, but since I finished that already, I'm going to use my Milani Make It Last Original 24-Hour Wear Setting Spray. This is 2 fluid ounces and it's set. I will use this again at the very end. Obviously, this goes in my liquids bag. So let's go back to the eyes real quick. I'm usually not going to put a lot on my eyes. If I'm wearing my sunglasses or something, it's not really something I care to do. Now, because I didn't want to pack a lot of brushes, this is a double end e.l.f. brush. It has obviously something you can use for blush, but then this little guy here, which you can use to contour, but I am going to use it to put in that contour shade. And I'm just going to do right here in my crease just to make my eyes pop a little bit. And then I just blend it in, honestly, with the N14. I'm super chill about it. And then if I wanted to, I can take this highlight color. What I would do is put it just on my finger like this and just set it on my eye by patting it in just on the eyelid. It'll just give it a little bit more glam, but again, not something you need to do every day. Now, one thing that I really like to do is if I want to basically go out like this, but I want my eyes to stand out a little bit more, I'm going to tight line with some eyeliner. Now that means you're actually going to flip your eyelid up and do it underneath your eyelashes as opposed to on top where you would traditionally do eyeliner. So my favorite thing to use for that is this creamy kohl longwear eye pencil from Huda Beauty. This is going to be really hard to do on camera, but I flip my eye open and right there is where I'm going to put it. And I usually just do the corners. I don't do the whole thing. But this really makes me look more alive, but still really natural. I don't know if you can see the difference in the camera, especially if you're only wearing mascara. I think a lot of people only wear mascara, and that's great. But I find that if I do this plus mascara, it just ties the whole look together. So speaking of mascara, this is actually something new. I just bought it yesterday and I haven't tried it yet. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk, but this is one of those tubing mascaras. So here's the thing. I only use waterproof because I sweat, I rub my eyes a lot, I have really long days, and the waterproof mascara can be really hard to get off. So I've heard rave reviews about tubing mascara. Saw this one last night at Target from Revolution. It's their Wrap Lash, and we're gonna use it. Here's hoping. Start at the base and I like to wiggle it up. I don't pack an eyelash curler or anything like that. If you need to pack an eyelash curler, you do you. It's bulky, it takes up more space. So if you can go without it for your entire trip, which I really recommend you do, then do that. Now I do know some people that wear false lashes the entire time on a trip. I don't show my eyes a lot because I wear sunglasses. And I really don't like eyelash extensions that much. It can be really annoying if you're going to a beach or a pool trip. Because when you get out of the pool after you've gone underwater and you just want to like pat your face, that's really hard to do with that. But I like this. I think it looks nice. I don't do anything on the bottom because when I have problems with under eye circles, that's the last thing I want to do. I hope it'll be easy to take off. If I want to glam up this eye look a little bit more, then I will do a liquid eyeliner on top, maybe with a little bit of a wing. But I like a nice sharp marker like this. This is from Il Makiage. I've tested a ton of them on my hand for over 24 hours, and this one did not budge at all. Okay, now for lips. Obviously, if I'm gonna do like a no makeup look or not wear makeup at all, I'll probably just do a chapstick or something like that. I pretty much always have one of these on me. I do like to put something on my lips because I feel like right now, just with how my face is done, they don't really stand out. I don't want my lips to disappear in a photo. So I have this lip liner from MAC. It is the color Beige Turner. This is another duty-free find. I get a lot of stuff from duty-free. I like ones that you have to sharpen, so I do bring a sharpener. It doesn't take up that much space. I've tried retractable ones. I don't love them, and I feel like you almost waste more product. So I am going to line. This one does stay on nicely, and I think it's a nice neutral color. One thing I learned in makeup school is if you want your lips to look bigger, start from the corner and go up. But if you want to draw the line perfectly, then start here and go down. But I like them bigger, so I go up. And now usually this is where I can just smear it to blend it. And sometimes I'll just do this and chapstick. It makes my lips stand out a little bit more. But I did pack two different things for my lips. I have this lipstick from Chanel, another duty-free find. Oh, this is so embarrassing. And this lip balm from NYX. Drugstore, super high end. You never know what you're gonna get with me. Now, this is brand new, and I saw somebody try this the other day, and she didn't think she was gonna like it, and she ended up loving it. So I'm like, if this girl loves it, I need to try it. And I do love it. Feels like chapstick, but it's matte because I don't like anything too shiny on my lips, and it has a beautiful color. So nourishing, it's so pretty. This is definitely something great for every day. I wanna try all of the different colors in this. I love this so much. And then this Chanel one is just if I want to do a little bit of a different color. It's a little bit darker, still nourishing. This is the color Libre. So this is my makeup look, you guys. Wait. So this is my makeup look, you guys. This is probably how I'm going to look every single day on the trip, unless I have a day where I wear no makeup, or if I have a day where I kind of do half of it. Chances are this is how it's going to look. If I wasn't talking to the camera, this would probably only take me 10 minutes, which is great for my early mornings and because I'm sharing a bathroom with a roommate on this trip. So now we need to talk about hair. Do you guys do hair first or makeup first? Because I always do makeup first. Like I said, I washed my hair last night and I air dried it. This is how it looks. My hair is pretty straight. It doesn't really have any frizz. If you have curly hair or frizzy hair, you might need to pack some extra products, obviously. Now, I'm not one that wants to spend time on my hair on a trip. I could definitely walk around like this. It just depends on the look that I'm going for. But today I am going to show you how I put some little lived-in waves in my hair, and I'm going to show you my new favorite dry shampoo. Now, if this were day 2 or 3 of my hair and not day 1, I would be using dry shampoo. I've been looking for a powder dry shampoo, not a liquid, for a while now. So one of my friends and clients, we were discussing it the other night when I was doing her hair, and she showed me this product. It is not a liquid, so it doesn't have to go in your liquids bag, and it's not going to leave a white residue. It is not going to leave any buildup on your scalp the next day and on your hair where it looks like little flakes, but really it's just excess product, and it's very nourishing for your scalp. Obviously, if you're going 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5 or 6 days without washing your hair, your scalp's going to need a little extra love, and then you're going to need to soak up some of those natural oils. And that's what this does. I don't really need it right now, so you might not see the biggest and best difference, but let me use it. So I'm going to shake it up, and then it has this little cap that you're just going to twist. Just shake it on your roots where you need it. Can you see that? You're supposed to wait 2 minutes, which I would do if my hair was greasy, but because it's not, I'm not going to wait 2 minutes. It's not only going to make your hair look less greasy, but it will give it a little bit of extra volume too, which I do like because I air dry my hair. Now, I do think that this is a little bit too big for me, and I really do wish it was a smaller container, but I do know you can open it up and it has the powder inside. So if I do really like this, I would be interested in decanting it and putting it in something like a Cadence container and then just putting it in my fingertips and using it like that. All right, now it's time for me to style my hair, which means I need to go get my flat iron and plug it in. So this is what I'm going to be using. This is from Lange, and it is the Lange Le Duo, and this is actually the bigger size. They have 2 different sizes. Now, that doesn't mean the actual barrel is bigger, it just means it's longer. So when my hair was down to here, this was very nice to be able to curl my hair with. This is very easy to use. Now, I love this to curl my hair, wave my hair, straighten my hair, fix any part of my hair, and I love that it works in other countries. As long as I have my little Epica adapter, I'm totally fine to be able to use this. So it's still heating up, so what I want to do is show you a couple of different things that I might do that I packed if I'm really not feeling wearing my hair down for the day. And it kind of sounds silly, but what I would do is really slick it back into a little nubbin of a ponytail, and then because I have all these little pieces, I could put these little barrettes right back behind my ear, and voila, I have a little slick back that's easy. I could do this because it's really hot. I could do this because I need to wash my hair and I don't care. I also will have to wear a lot of headscarves because I'm going to a lot of mosques, so it'd be very easy to put a headscarf over something like this. And of course, if I was doing that look, I would probably wear some earrings just to stand out. So I do have a couple of my little duckbill clips. They don't take up much space at all, and this is where I'm going to curl a little bit of my hair, not every piece. Don't freak out, but I'm growing out my undercut and it looks crazy right now. So I'm gonna take a little section like this, put my hair in it, clamp it, twist it, and then pull it. You know when you do like a ribbon curl on a Christmas present where you just twist the scissors and then pull it? Same thing with hair, just don't do it with scissors. I like to do it away from my face. It varies if you have longer hair. And I like to go in upside down, kind of have it about halfway, clamp it, twist it, and then pull it. The slower you move, the curlier it's going to be. And the faster you move, the straighter it's going to be. So see my little curl? And then I do that all around my head. Sometimes I switch the direction of where I'm going. I like a variety. And I'm not always going to pick up every piece. Like back here, I don't really care too much. So I'm just going to take a random piece and just simply bend it like that. I just want some texture. And this takes me about 10 minutes too. Okay, this isn't something I'm going to do every day. Usually when I room with somebody, they want me to do their hair too. We'll see if my friend wants me to do that or not. I hope not. I don't want to work on vacation. And this is all I do, you guys. It's so easy. If you can flat iron your hair, you can do this. And if there's ever a piece that's too curly, flat iron it and it'll be better. And work on the other side. I could actually do this with no mirror, no camera. I've totally done it like blind before. Now, I'm not packing anything hairspray or texture spray wise. I actually really like when my curls fall and it looks almost a little straighter with a bend. I don't mind that at all. When I had my longer hair, that was different. And in that case, I would just bring a little travel size texture spray. That's it, you guys. That literally took me 4 minutes. I'm just gonna do one little spot in the back, twist it, clamp it, and pull it. Okay, so I'm gonna shake out my hair in a minute, but we need it to cool down first. So now I wanna take everything that I showed you and pack it while showing you the other things that I didn't necessarily mention yet. Okay, so let's first start with my Trip Travel Gear toiletry bag. Now, this is a hanging toiletry bag, which can be very nice. A lot of people like to be able to hang theirs in their bathrooms. I've been to over 100 countries and it's very rare that I actually can hang it. So I do like that it also packs flat. Now, without going on a whole tangent about toiletry bags, believe me when I say this is the best one to exist in the whole wide world. I review travel essentials. There are so many that I've tried, and usually, like, I don't know what Tim and Finn did to this bag to make it so amazing, but I can fit so much in here that if I tried to pack it in a different toiletry bag, I would need to pack 2 toiletry bags. And I'm not talking about liquids, okay? I'm just talking about makeup and contacts and deodorant and stuff like that. So let me show you what's in here right now, and then I'm going to pack my makeup. These are empty. This is reserved for makeup. Down here, there are 2 little separated compartments. This is where my hair ties and my barrettes are, and I'm going to put my little clips in there as well. And then in this side, I have jewelry, a couple little pairs of earrings, and I do buy a lot of jewelry while I travel, so I do reserve this pocket for that. All the rest of my jewelry I wear every day. I've got my bracelet, my Arabic necklace, and other bracelets, and my rings. I usually don't take them off. So that is what is in here. Now, in this zipper is a very spacious compartment that you actually have access to from back here. I have all of my daily contacts as well as reusable contacts. I am so used to wearing daily contacts every day. I just find it more healthy for my eyes. However, I'm traveling for a long time, so I am packing normal contacts as well. I also obviously have my glasses, but those aren't in my toiletries bag. I also have a lot of Q-tips, full-size deodorant. I don't really like the travel size ones. They fall apart a lot, and it's solid. It's not a liquid one. I do have my toothbrush with my little pod on it. I have a razor. Also too, I've seen the travel size razors, but the container that it comes in is so big, it's dumb. Like, this doesn't take up a lot of space at all. And then this is kind of my little scrubby loofah thing. I don't always bring it, but I do like to really use that, especially when I'm in the desert, which I will be. So that's everything that was in there. I'm going to put it all back, but I'm also going to add the dry shampoo, and then we're going to put all of our makeup in here. Palette there, the powder. I'm going to do the dual ended, and we'll add the 2 lipsticks. And there's still a lot more space in there, but I don't need it, so I'm not going to use it. So in here is where I put all of my brushes as well as anything that's just tiny. Now, some may say you need to put this in your liquids bag, but most of the time I put it in this bag and they don't stop me. And that's it for this bag, you guys. I could still fit more if I wanted to. It's not big at all, but it holds so much. I also need to put my brush in here as well. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to bring a brush or just a little comb. Probably just a little comb. All right. time for my liquids bag. This is the liquids bag that comes with the Trip Travel Gear toiletry set. It comes with a couple more things as well, but generally these are the only two things that I bring. So I have 2 hand sanitizers from Bath & Body Works. This is Into the Night. I really like the smell. I also have a spray sunscreen. Obviously I have stuff on my face, but then this is for my body. I do have to cover up a lot, so it's not like I'm going to be super exposed to the sun, but I will be in the Turkish Riviera swimming a little bit, so this is probably when I will use that. This is my body wash from Bath & Body Works. It's the same scent. I like to have my own body wash. I don't like the smells or how it makes my skin feel, the ones in the hotel. I do have a contact solution, obviously. This is a perfume oil that I got in Oman. I do like perfume oil a lot more than regular perfume. It's more long lasting, but if you have a normal perfume that you like, put it in one of these. You just put the bottom right here on top of your favorite perfume, pump it, and you get a little bit of liquid, and then you can just spray it. This is my Prada perfume. Ooh, now I feel like I want to bring that. And then I do have a couple little packs of liquid shampoo and conditioner. My friend just gifted me a whole set from this company because it's one of my favorite scents from French Polynesia. So it had a whole bunch of really cute stuff in there, and it did come with some little samples. So I'm going to bring those just in case I don't feel like using the shampoo concentrate. So if you ever get the opportunity to get samples, get those because they take up no space in your bag at all. We have the shampoo, concentrate, sunscreen, body wash, contact solution, the 3 Cadence containers. Ooh, actually, no, this one is solid. These are liquid. My foundation, setting spray, toothpaste, of course, I didn't mention that yet. I am going to pack, again, that solid sunscreen in there because I have the space. This is the poopery where you spray it in the toilet before you use it. So if you have a roommate, it's really nice to bring. This bottle, Estee Lauder, and then I will bring the loops again in my liquids bag just because it takes up less space. So that's my liquids bag. Check that out. And that's my toiletries bag. Doesn't take up a lot of space at all. Yet, you can create this look and still go carry-on only. Let's shake out my hair. And there you have it. All right, guys, so I really hope this was helpful. Honestly, I could talk all day about skincare, makeup, hair care, and travel. So the fact that I can put 2 of my big passions and my 2 full-time jobs in one video makes me very happy. So if you want more of stuff like this, please let me know. I am happy to do my makeup, do my hair, show you cool, innovative products that are going to be great for travel, or even try stuff out and let you know how it goes. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any ideas for videos like this, drop it in the comments down below and let me know. Let's have some fun. Stay tuned for next week where I do my typical packing video where I show you every single thing that's in my carry-on and in my personal item. When you see these bags in that video, now you know what's in them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I honestly really loved filming this. The setup wasn't that bad, and now I'm ready for the day. It looks pretty nice. Be sure that you're subscribed for even more travel content, whether you want reviews of travel essentials, you need some packing help, or you want to watch my trips. All right, I'm leaving now to go for a whole month. Literally, I leave today. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Safe travels. Bye.